Alright, this is Jonesy with Big Boys Bushcraft. Wanted to do a quick video real quick on knife safety. It's been requested. So first let me put on my gloves. These are just some cheap soft leather gloves, work gloves. Alright, so let's start with first the different types of knives and things you need to worry about. This is just a little tactical folder. Flips out. So with this one, there's two different locks on it. Things you have to worry about with this knife are: one, pushing too hard and having the mechanism snap and causing you injury. That's something that does happen. The other one is getting your finger stuck between the blade and the body itself. Seen that happen. Seen people reach into their pockets and slide their fingers down the blade and have a nice little surprise there for them. Some of the knives have clips facing the other way. This is actually done what I feel is the right way, to where it sits in your pocket like this. Well, what can happen is if you carry keys or something in your pocket, or the knife gets a little bit of lint in it, it may sit partially open. So when you reach your hand down there to get something, your hand slides right across the blade, and now you got stitches you have to worry about. But this one sits in your pocket like this, so even if it does open up, when you're reaching into your pocket, you don't have as much of a chance of getting sliced. So I recommend that. They put them the other way for tactical features, which, you know, for a knife, I don't really, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I mean, you know, with it sitting like that, there's more of a issue of you sitting down maybe even and getting that much of a blade stuck in your side. So be careful when you're picking out your pocket knives. This one, same thing. It's got a really heavy spring lock, so it'll actually hold down. And what? Let me see if I can do this without getting cut. See how it's pulling along. So that's another thing you need to worry about, is, you know, closing it down with your finger on there, because this is how easy it can happen. It almost went through that glove right there. So I'm saying that would have been to the bone if I wouldn't have been wearing a glove. So that's how easy it can happen. This is a Buck 110. The other one's a M16 10K by CRKT. Things you have to worry about with fixed blade knives: size of the tang. You'll hear people say, you know, oh, well, I only have a knife if it's full tang. What that means is that the metal that's in the front goes all the way to the back. Rat tangs, what it is it's just coming all the way back, and it comes to a point. They're not as strong. Now, a lot of times you shouldn't really have to worry about that, because if you sharpen your knife right, you should be able to apply just as much pressure as you want without having to worry about it. So that's something to think about. But this one's a full tang. You can see the metal at the front starts all the way at the back, ends all the way at the back. So it is a very strong knife. So it's definitely an option to carry. That's the 75-cent file knife. When you start to get into larger blades, like the kukri, you have to worry about not only where you are, where your other arm is, if you're chopping. You also have to worry about getting your fingers in the way of it. You have to also worry, if you're chopping vines, that the follow through doesn't hit you in the legs. or someone around you, you know, just messing around, comes up and you're in the middle of a swing, you can't stop that. It's just like a baseball bat. Only that'll take someone's head off. Same thing with an axe or a hatchet. You got to worry about where that's going when it's coming down at you, where it's going to hit. You have to worry about if you hit something solid, is it going to deflect back at you? Same thing with this. If you're hitting a vine and that vine smacks it, is this going to hit you back in the leg? So those are things to worry about with knives. Just be careful out there, because you know you might be whittling around and I mean this thing, that could have just as easily been a finger. So I mean that's the thing, is you just have to worry about how sharp your knife is. You shouldn't have to put a lot of pressure on a knife to get work done. If you wanted to do a feather stick, for instance. Alright, this is Jonesy with Big Boys Bushcraft. I noticed I was out of camera when I was showing you how to do a feather stick, so let me see if I can do one real quick here. Make sure I'm in camera. Alright. Now what I was saying was, a lot of people just pull the knife down or pull the work back. Me, I just use the back of my thumb to push the knife down. And to me that's faster. And it's less work. I use my other thumb to push the knife down. And to me, you know, less work, getting the same result, that's the main thing. Yeah, especially when you're calorie dependent on starting a fire, and you know, to me that's a lot safer than, you know, drawing all the way down, having a chance of, I don't know. To me that's just not very efficient. So yeah, I mean, that's how I make a feather stick, you know. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Give it a shot, see how you like it. Again, my way's not the perfect way, but it might work for you, might not. So have at it. Those are the tips and tricks on the knife video. Just wanted to do a quickie. Hopefully you guys stay safe out there. Remember, with the bigger blades, don't just worry about what you're hitting. Worry about if what you're hitting can hit back at you. Also, if you're chopping, worry about the things above you. A couple of weeks ago, I actually almost got taken out by a large log that fell out of a tree above me. The tree, it wasn't in the tree, it was in one of the branches. I guess it had been sitting up there for a while, and it came down right near me. So, like I said, be careful. Look above you before you start hacking. Look around you. Make sure no one, like a little kid, isn't going to run up and give you a hug while you're swinging a kukri, because that'll be the end of their day. So, be careful out there. Thanks for tuning in to Big Boys Bushcraft, and you have a great day.